Hello guys, this is Jayveer Singh and today I am joined by very talented and who got the inbuilt habit and ability to fight against all the odds, Chavi. Hi Chavi,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for doing this. We were looking forward from long to do the interview with you.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know, it's been while you are creating the content. How do you look back at your content creation journey?
Well, I think the content creation journey has been a really fulfilling experience, and it has been a learning experience because before we started creating content, we were both Mohit and I were both doing very specific jobs in the industry. Basically, I was just an actor, he was just a director, and being a content creator has made us explore a lot of other avenues of our talents, respectively, and that has been very fulfilling. And I think for any individual, any human being, it is important to grow in work, but it is also important to grow as a human being, as person. So I think the growth that we both have seen as persons has been tremendous in this journey.
You know, as you mentioned that you were very specific about your acting, or you were choosing projects very specifically. So how that transition happened from acting to content creation?
So in the television industry, or for that matter, any kind of acting work, you're given a role, okay? You're narrated a role, then you have to choose whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it. And if you decide that you want to do it, then there's only so much I feel that you can do with the role. Especially in the television industry, you're given a script. Sometimes the script comes in your hand, like when you're standing in front of the camera, you get the script. You don't really get a chance to prepare for the character. You don't even know the story forward. So how do you build on a certain character that you're playing? So those things are it kind of limits a person as an actor. So that was one of the reasons why the shift happened, because we wanted to make the content that we felt, it resonated with us, and we wanted to do something which we wanted to do, not just being dictated by somebody else that this is what you have to do. Like as a director also, this is a scene, this is what you have to show.
Robotic.
Yeah, because you don't get too much freedom there. So that creative hunger sort of led us to do something on our own.
You know, तो योर कॉन्टेंट इज इंटायरली डिफरेंट, वो बहुत रियलिस्टिक होता है. मैं वीडियोस मोस्टली फेसबुक पे आती रहती है, आई वॉच इट. बट हाउ डू यू कम अप विद द कंटेंट आइडियाज?
सो इट्स ऑलवेज अ स्ट्रगल, and it's always Mohit who does that. He has the toughest job, I think, in the industry, in our company, because to think of that idea is the most difficult. And then once you have thought of the idea, then we all sit and develop it, and we have discussions about it, and kuch na kuch banta rehta hai. But to think of that germ, like what is this episode going to be about, is always a struggle. But yes, we get ideas from real life. We get ideas when we meet other couples. We see, what are the issues that couple is facing, which we have also faced. So we know that this is a common thing between couples. So it must be happening with other couples also. And you know that this is relatable. So when you show this in a comedy way to somebody, they will relate to it because they must have seen it either in their lives or in somebody else's lives for sure. So, we try to pick these ideas which the audience relates with.
But वो ना इतना ऑर्गेनिक लगता है, ऐसे लगता है that is something हमारे घर पे भी हो रहा है when we see your videos. अभी everybody is creating content. Do you feel pressure to stay in that race?
Thankfully, I'll tell you, yes, everybody is a content creator today. But thankfully, the fact that people are watching all the content on their own handheld devices, अभी वो ज़माना नहीं है कि एक टीवी है और 6 लोग उस टीवी पे बैठकर देख रहे हैं. तो आपको चूज करना पड़ता है कि 9 बजे यहाँ पर ये आ रहा है, यहाँ पर ये आ रहा है, यहाँ पर ये आ रहा है, यहाँ पर आप 5 शोज में से एक ही शो देख पाते हो. Then there is competition that my show has to be better than the other show. But if you're watching something on your handheld device, there's no pressure. I will watch what I want to watch. You will watch what you want to watch. So my audience is different. Your audience is different. No problem. I will always find some of the other people who like my content, and you will always find someone or the other who likes yours. So there's no competition as such. And I can watch mine also, yours also. I can watch 10 other people. I can watch 50 other people. So I have to... Depends on who's liking my content. Basically, crossover hota hai audience mein. But it's not that if one person is watching one, then he's not going to watch anything else, because people watch all kinds of things. People watch cooking channels. Same person will watch fitness also. Same person will watch comedy also. Same person will watch news also, So I don't think there's any pressure as such. But yes, the only competition that I feel is with ourselves, because people also get bored. So you need to keep reinventing your own content. You need to keep getting new characters. You need to keep getting new ideas. You need to think of new ways of shooting it and new ways of executing it so that it looks different. You need to think of new short form content. So अपने ही content को कैसे आपको reinvent करना है, that is always a struggle, but I think that's also the fun part of the job.
You know, as we mentioned, अभी सब content बना रहे हैं. Like, what is your key, like yours and Mohit key, to stay relevant?
Like I said, we always try to pick ideas
Hmm.
from real life. So what is happening today? Like, you know, the world is changing. But if you notice, there are some things which are common as a couple. There are some things which were happening between our grandparents also, the Nok joke. The same things we see happen in our parents also. The same things are happening with us also. The same thing is happening in the US also. Same thing is happening in Russia also. You see different films, and you know that these some things that are the dynamics of a husband-wife relationship. Some of those things are common across borders, across age groups, across breeds, across social status, across financial status, everything. वो सबका सेम है, मैन वुमन की जो इक्वेशन है काफी हद तक. Yes, that is one thing. The second thing is what is happening today, what is current. As the generations are changing, you know, evolving, the relationships are also evolving. So there are certain things which you see in relationships today which you were not seeing many years back. वैसा भी है. So we try to play with both those angles. One is the angle which has transcended all generations, and the other is the angle which is completely new. So that's how we try to stay relevant, and also we try to see like what kind of content is right now engaging for people to watch, because for example, the attention span of people is reducing, and the interface of apps now, Facebook, Instagram, is this: you just swipe. So your attention span is literally 2 seconds. So if your content is not funny in 2 seconds or engaging in 2 seconds, people are going to just swipe. They'll not even notice you, not even register you, right? So these kind of trends which happen on social media, we have to keep an eye on them, and then we try to incorporate them in our own content.
So what is your thought process while creating the content, any sort of content?
Thought process is always that I mean it's different for different kind of content. Like if you're creating a funny video, then you always want to make sure that there are punches coming every like 30 seconds. There is a punch, you know. So you try to when we shoot a video, we try to consciously make an effort that okay, we've got the audience's attention in the first 3 seconds, but then we also need to retain it, right? Because at any point they can just swipe up. So it has to be funny, it has to be crisp, it has to be pacey, it has to be really fast, never a dull moment. All those things we have to keep in mind when we are shooting. So those are the thoughts which are going on.
When you started like final content creation, ki, like I'll be doing this. So what was that dilemma? There was any dilemma, or you were very sure nahi, I'll do this, abhi to yahi karna hai?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं था कि अभी तो यही करना है. But we knew that we want to move away from television. We were pretty clear about that, okay? Now, what is it that we want to do? We were still unsure of. So we discussed, toyed with the idea of a lot of different businesses, I'm saying, which did not involve content creation at all. And then we zeroed in on content creation because we thought that we can't start something which we have absolutely no knowledge about. So may as well do something where we can use our talents. So that's how we started this. And YouTube was up and coming at that time. I think there was only TVF at that time, one creator who was making fiction content. Rest everybody was just doing ऐसे vox pop, road पे किसी के साथ मजाक कर दिया, those kind of videos. Nobody was doing pranks and all. Nobody was doing fiction content, so to speak. So we decided that we'll start doing YouTube. But whether it was going to work or not, we didn't know. And I think it took us a little while to understand how to make it a business model and basically, whether we should continue doing it or not.
You are a cancer survivor. You have spoken about it many times, inspiring others as well. Can you tell us about that journey?
I don't know what to tell you. I was diagnosed with cancer, and then I was told by my doctor what treatment to take. I took it and I was fine. There's nothing else to it.
Okay, no worries. So, how do you manage your personal life
Hmm.
and your content creation business?
Uh, so a lot of it is time management.
Hmm.
A lot of it is discipline. Okay. I wake up at the same time every day. I follow the same routine every day. I come to office at the same time every day. It's always a struggle. I always decide to leave at 11 and I always leave at 11:30. Even that discipline I maintain, that I get late every day. But also going home at the same time every day. So that's how personal and professional life is balanced. So I make sure that whatever number of hours I'm devoting in office, I'm finishing everything in those number of hours. And teamwork, everybody's work is related. My work doesn't start if the previous person's work hasn't ended. His work will not start if the previous work. So one person delivers to this person, this person
Cycle.
delivers. Yeah. So basically, it's all teamwork and it's coordination. So how well can you coordinate between people and how well you can manage your time? I think it's pretty doable.
When we talk about personal life, there's
Hmm.
something we often talk about mom's guilt, जो working को हमेशा होता है. Do you have experienced that?
I used to when I was a new mom, definitely, because at that point you feel that the baby needs you. How can you leave the baby and do something else? But over time, and as I have grown up as a mother, I think being a mother, when you're a first time mother, it is your first new birth also. So you also grow as the newborn baby grows. The mother also grows, and I think as I've grown as a mother, I've realized that it's very important to prioritize yourself also, and there's nothing to be guilty in that. You just have to section everything in your life. You have time for your kids, you have time for yourself, you have time for your work, you have time for recreation. Everything is important. So even if you want to go out for dinner and not take the kids, it is important. Nothing is not important, so you have to take out time for everything.
So, when we talk about social media comes with its own pros and cons.
Yeah.
The online scrutiny we often talk about, the trolls, I must say. So, what's your strategy of dealing with such unpleasant comments if there is something under your post?
See, everything has a good and a bad. Okay,
Connotation.
nothing is perfect.
Hmm.
So is social media. Okay, and today with everybody being the woke culture, everybody has an opinion. Nobody cares before saying anything they want. They don't think twice before opening their mouth. And most of the trolls that you're talking about are faceless. Okay, they have private accounts. Nobody can troll them. So they get the freedom to troll accounts which are public. Okay, and I also feel that as a social media personality, when you put yourself out there, you put out content, you are giving a right to the person who's following you to have his opinion. Everybody has the right to have their opinion. Somebody might like it, somebody might not like it, right? The good thing is that 97-98% of comments are good. The 2% comments are bad. So you have to take it with a pinch of salt. And I also feel that you even in real life, when somebody is mean to you, I'll give you a very random example. Like if you go to say a queue at a retail store, you're standing at the billing queue. Okay, 10 people are standing, and you see that nowadays people are crazy about shopping, so you'll always find a queue at the billing billing counter. Now some people are standing patiently, but this one person is getting really hyper. Oh my god, can you open that counter please? Why is this taking so long? That is your troll. But you think about that person is probably rushing, he has to go somewhere, and he's just feeling that why is that woman taking so long? Why has she bought 20 things? I just have these 2 things, I want to pay for it and leave. State of mind. What is it that you've gone through in the day? What is it that the day has in store for you? This person is going through a lot. These people are not. They are calm, they are peaceful, they've just come for shopping, they just want to enjoy themselves. They don't mind waiting half an hour extra. So I feel trolls are like that they are going through something in their lives. There is some kind of turmoil in their head and they don't know how to give a vent to it, and social media is a great place for them to vent. कोई उनकी शक्ल नहीं देख रहा, कोई उनको कुछ बोल नहीं रहा, वो अपना भड़ास निकाल देते हैं और आगे चले जाते हैं. तो हमें भी उनकी भड़ास सुन के और इग्नोर करके आगे चले जाना चाहिए.
What message you would like to give to such trolls?
I would just like to tell them that actually there's no point in telling them anything. I want to say that you should be kind. But again, like if somebody's state of mind is such that he cannot be kind, then you can't expect kindness from them.
Hmm.
So
You know, when we talked about cancer, you told the journey you explained is just 3 words, how it was diagnosed. The recent gimmick about cervical cancer, which Poonam Pandey did.
yeah.
Your take on that?
No, I think it was very badly done. It was distasteful, according to me. I mean, I get that the idea behind it was probably noble, that you want to spread awareness about the vaccine. But my point is that there are a lot of people who lose their lives to cancer today also. And even though cancer, most of the cancers are curable now or treatable, still, the minute you hear the word cancer, people get scared.
Yeah.
So hearing that somebody is talking about death and cancer and then joking about it for whatever reason, it was a
Scary
joke only.
feeling to
It's
hear
scary. I
something
was
about
so
cancer.
shocked to hear the news, and I thought, oh my God, this poor woman must have been going through so much, and she didn't come out in the open. Why did she not come out in the open about it? And next day I hear that, and in fact, some people, even in a meeting at that time, and somebody said that it looks like a hoax. I said, no, nobody is going to crack a joke about cancer. It's just so insensitive. And I felt it was very insensitive. I mean, I've also done several videos on cervical cancer and, you know, awareness about the vaccination. I have friends who have done so many videos. I've seen that the government is doing a lot to increase awareness about it, but not this way. Not this way.
You know, it's been a while. We have not seen you on TV. Your fans still awaits when you'll be back. So is there anything specific reason you do not want to be there, or anything specific you wanting to come your way?
It's very simple, yeah. You move forward in life. You're talking of me doing something I was doing 9 years ago. So I'll have to take a U-turn and come back 9 years. Why would I want to do that? I started my journey from here. I'm here right now. I want to go here, not here. Right? So that's why I will not do TV again.
Okay. So just I'll ask you few questions, like rapid fire round kind of thing. If you could ask any one creator one question, who would you ask and what?
Yeah, okay. No, nothing. I can't think of. I literally cannot think of anybody I want to ask a question to. Do you want to ask me something? Ask me.
Okay. So if you anyway could swap your life with any creator, whom would you choose?
Nobody. I love my life. Nobody. I'm very, very happy in the place that I am. Yeah, and
okay.
I look at content creators and I'm happy to see their work. They're doing a great job. So I don't want to be in their place.
You know, but it takes a lot to appreciate other as well.
Yeah.
You know, what you are doing, it's really appreciable.
Thank you.
You know, it genuinely takes a lot. Also, if you could get a superpower, what would you want and how would you use that?
Okay, superpower, yes. I would love to have a superpower where I can eat anything and not get fat. Just keep gaining muscle. I want that superpower so bad.
Okay. Any weird thing that has happened to you while shooting?
Weird thing while shooting? Must have happened. But I can't think of any. I can tell you one weird thing which happened to me in the gym once.
Yeah,
it was
please.
Super weird and super awkward. So I carry this neck pad,
Okay.
which I use for my squats, and because I don't like to use the one which is there in the gym. And then I put it back in my bag, and I saw this girl use my neck pad, and I got really offended. And I picked it up and I threw it on my bag. I said, "This is mine. Don't use it." And the trainer tried to tell me something. She tried to tell me something, and then she brought it back and put it. I said, "No, this is mine." I put it back. Then I realized she had her own, and she was using her own. It was damn embarrassing. Yeah.